Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your JCN News for this Friday, October 23rd. 11 immigration officers are directly under non-work-related quarantine, says Immigration Director Clarence Russell, with upward of 70 being quarantined since the start of the pandemic in March. When posed the question of exactly how many immigration officers have tested positive for COVID-19, Mr. Russell says this.
There's a particular medical question designed for the medical team. Suffice it to say, I can say that we have had in excess of 70 persons who have been quarantined thus far, in spite of the fact that we are regarded as an essential service and are out there in the front line. And with regard to how many have tested positive, as I indicated, that is a medical question, but we have had a significant amount of persons who have tested positive, and thank God we have not lost any individuals.
Director Russell noted that all of the officers have recovered fully. In regards to the detention center having any positive cases, Mr. Russell spoke of the policies they have to prevent the spreading of the virus.
Whenever persons are taken into custody in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas or outside who are returned to this nation, there is a written policy produced by the Director of Immigration that has been published. Anyone who is taken into custody prior to coming into immigration custody must be visited by the government's COVID-19 health team. Once they are cleared, they are then accepted into our detention center.
Director Russell says that those results are favorable. Those detainees are then placed in a holding area away from the general population for 14 days. According to the director, there are currently 65 foreign nationals being housed at the detention center, which has a capacity for 350 detainees. The extended stay program, the government's remodeled version of the current annual residence regime, is set to launch this week. This coming from the Minister of Financial Services, Trade and Industry and Immigration, Ellsworth Johnson, during a virtual press conference yesterday. The program has been fast-tracked for launch.
Will be launched next week. This program will allow international students and workers to reside in the Bahamas for 12 months. Successful applicants will study and work remotely while enjoying the pleasures of the Bahamian experience. The government has prioritized the extended stay permit program as a revenue-generating activity recommended by the Economic Recovery Committee. The Department of Immigration will continue to work collaboratively with other government agencies to bring another first ever initiative into fruition as the Bahamas enters the market as a global innovator in the remote work economy.
Director of Immigration Clarence Russell also spoke to the program and says that it is a high priority revenue generating activity for the country. Mr. Russell gave more details about the extended stay program.
The work and study program will allow international students and remote professionals to reside in the Bahamas for 12 months. Period of 12 months. Program will allow successful applicants to study and work remotely while enjoying the pleasures of the Bahamian experience. They will work outside of the Bahamas, meaning you can work remotely in the Bahamas while enjoying the Bahamian experience, but your work must not interfere with the workforce of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. 12 months is the entire period of that stay. The initial student work program is $500 per person.
Mr. Russell contends that this program will generate some much-needed revenue for the Bahamas and its treasury. The Ministry of Health, in its update today, reported an increase in COVID-19 cases in the Bahamas. 133 cases were added to the COVID-19 total as of Thursday, October 22nd. 109 cases on New Providence, 19 on Grand Bahama, 2 on Abaco and the Berry Islands each, and 1 case on Eleuthera. New Providence has 4,831 confirmed cases, Grand Bahama with 696, Abaco third with 165 confirmed cases. Of the new cases, 48 are males and 85 are females. Those new cases bring the total number of confirmed cases to 6,268. Now, COVID-19 patients in hospital has also increased from 102 to 122. However, there was a decrease of 1 in the intensive care unit, which now has 10 patients. There are 2,303 active cases, 3,795 recovered cases. Non-COVID related deaths increased to 26. Some 33,300 tests have been completed to date. And as the COVID-19 pandemic thrust the Bahamian economy into an age of digitization, Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis on Wednesday announced the development of a digital marketplace, an e-commerce platform which can provide opportunities for small businesses and Bahamian entrepreneurs to buy and sell goods online across the country and possibly globally.
But it disappoints me today that some of our major stores, the whole world is asking about curbside pickup. It disappoints me that some of our major stores still do not have online facilities where one can order such materials and equipment online and have delivered to their respective places or pick up. And I would hope that most, if not all, of our stores would move towards online purchases and online payment so that we can fully compete in the global market.
The Prime Minister adds that the government will bring forward other recommendations to make it easier for citizens, businesses, and investors to access and utilize government services online. The Prime Minister on Wednesday was communicating to the nation the findings of the National Economic Recovery Committee, co-chaired by Acting Financial Secretary Marlon Johnson and Providence Advisors CEO Kenwood Kerr. The committee recommended this national marketplace to not only allow the public to maintain social distancing measures, but also allow for local businesses to benefit from sales when social movement is restricted. In addition, it says a digital market will allow for global sales, thereby earning foreign currency inflows for the country. The committee listed the economic impact from such a project to be high and recommended an immediate timeline. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.